So it is Friday night, steak night, typically steak night for me on a Friday night. And I ordered an inexpensive Bordeaux. When I say inexpensive, it was sub $30. I've never had it. But the pedigree is what drew me to it. I don't think there's anything on the back of the bottle that's going to tell me anything interesting. 14% alcohol. It's a right bank, so Cab Franc, Merlot. This is heavy Merlot. 2022 Chateau de Fombelle. The pedigree coming from Chateau Ausson, which on the left bank they do the first growths from 1855, and it was based on price back then, and there's only a handful. On the right bank they do Classe A, I think, and Chateau Ausson, at least it was in it. I don't know if it is anymore. A lot of the wineries or chateaus dropped out of it on the right bank. I don't know why, just for whatever reasons. So I've been looking for a sub $30 really good Bordeaux, and I haven't had one in a while, at least that I can remember. That would be a case purchase. I remember buying a bunch of Bordeaux not that long ago. Maybe it's been a little while ago, that I'd buy cases of it in the proper vintages, in a good vintage, highly rated vintage. I'm not sure about the 2022 vintage. I think it's a pretty solid vintage out of Bordeaux. When I opened this, it felt closed on the nose. Now, I'm sure this is meant to be consumed young for the cost. I'm sure there's not a lot of new oak treatment, but out of the bottle, I didn't get much when I opened it. Typically, I'll get a waft of a pretty good aroma from Bordeaux specifically, and it still seems a little bit closed. There's some in there. There's a blackberry, a little bit of a cedar. Merlot typically has a lot of a plumminess. I'm not getting a lot of a plumminess out of this today. I think I put a little too much wine in this wine glass. I bought these wine glasses. I really like the way they look, but honestly, they almost feel like a decanter, but I don't love how they feel. So it's a bit muted here. Some cedar, some blackberry. Not getting plum, not getting a lot of spices or spiced aromas. So it's okay. It's okay. Might need some decant, but at a price like this, pop and pour should have worked. Although any wine, I should take that statement back. Any wine for any price point can benefit from decanting if it's the right wine that needs to open up. And maybe this one does. There's tannin, a little bit harsh. Wine's a little astringent. It's got blackberry, some black cherry. The cedar's there too. It's just not great. It's just a little bit short, a little flat. Acidity's a little off. It's an okay wine. The ratings for this were really high. I don't know why. I would disagree vehemently with whoever rated this really high. Bit of a disappointment. I have two more. So I'll probably let it sit and see maybe if some age will make it better. Am I going to pair this with my steak? I guess so. I guess I could pop something else if I really wanted to, because this is a bit disappointing here. Why don't I go with one of these over here? This Old Hill Ranch. Do I just pop a new bottle of wine? or just go for this for tonight. I'm just going to go with this. Maybe it'll get better over the night. I just don't believe so. I just don't believe it has what it takes. It's just so muted. So what makes a wine? Length, a balance of tannin, acidity, and flavors and aromas. So I want 5 or 6 flavors and aromas. I'm getting like 2 or 3, and I'm struggling to get them. I'm pulling it out of this wine. This wine should be generous in giving it to me, and it's not. So it's got a drying nature to it as well. Really is not enjoyable. It's not a dumper. It's just not great. That is actually, I did not expect to be this disappointed with this wine. But what are you going to do? Sometimes you get a stinker. This is a little bit of a stinker. I'm going to retry it on Sunday. Today's Friday. I'm going to let it sit in bottle. I know in bottle it's not really oxidizing, but it is open. And we'll see if it evolves a little bit better. I just don't really want a whole bottle of this by myself. It is Easter Sunday. Sharing it with some people might not be the greatest, but maybe I'll tell them. I'll preface it. Hey, this one I wasn't really that a fan of. Maybe it got better in 2 days. Maybe it didn't. If it didn't, just dump it. But I'll share it to see if other people's palate is more agreeable with this wine, but mine is not. So that is an unfortunate outcome today on this wine. So the other wine I was drinking, and this is always a great, anything from Silver Thread to me, the Riesling. I had recently a rosé made from Pinot Noir, very, very pale, very elegant tasting, really, really delicious, high acidity. I've really enjoyed that rosé. Sometimes you're just in the mood for a really lighter styled rosé, and at that moment, I absolutely was, and it was great. This is just a very, very young Riesling from their estate vineyard, and this is just fantastic. The acidity's there, that key lime pie is there, all the things that Silver Thread does so well, but they have that specific key lime pie thing that I always get out of their Rieslings that's just outrageous to me. This one a little less of that sweet lime. A little less. But it's there. There's a sweet lime, key lime. And that's good. That's got a little texture to it. It's got a little bit of a body for a Riesling. I don't know if the 23 vintage was a little bit riper or not. This one tastes a little bit riper. Just a little bit. Still got high acidity. It's a lean wine, lighter bodied, but a little bit more for a Riesling. So that's delicious. Even the length on that. The length is still going. This thing just drops. Gosh, on the nose, it's just nothing. I don't know how deep to stick my nose in here to find something. Gosh. So boring. This is like a wine, or this is like a meal, a bad meal, and not just on top of it, they forgot to put salt. So, all right, I'm gonna go have some steak. I'll have a glass, begrudgingly, but it is what it is for tonight. Sometimes you bite the bullet and you just drink what you opened, and maybe it'll evolve, maybe it won't. I'll leave the bottle open like this. I'll pour a little more just to, I'll have this much with the steak. I don't know if I want any more than that. All right, have a good night.